Metal is a very musical material. I love what metal does. Part of it is the sounds, and then I guess there is satisfaction in hearing the right tones. It communicates through sound. So, for example, when it hardens, it actually changes the tone, and if it had enough and it can't be worked further, it would be quite assertive, and it almost screams. The first project was vessels, something between domestic vessels like bowls to percussion instruments. I created pieces that hold gemstones and they make different sounds. I find vessels and containers an innate method of communication, basically creating borders between inside and outside. And that's something that I explore in my work, as well as color through patination and the sensorial experience. So I work with tactility, with sound and with movement. Receptive vessels and the following installation talk to me. There are a collection of vessels on stilts inspired by museum displays of ancient clay pots. I wanted to introduce sound and to engage people, invite them to speak to the objects, to actually be able to see sound. I work with different metals, and they each have very different characters, and you kind of choose the right metal to work with for the project. Silver is very enjoyable to work with. It's very pristine. It's very communicative. I work with different brasses, copper. It's super soft and stretchy. It's quite messy and it smells, but I like copper. Craft is about communicating. It's about connecting with people. For me, it's inviting people to look, to touch, to interact, but also to live with the objects that I make and to make memories. Craft is very relevant. I mean, it teaches you about the past and history, but it's also the future. You can learn so much from crafted objects about material culture and life. What I'm doing is craft of thousands of years, and hand raising is a process that I use that is over 4,000 years old. So it's quite inspiring to practice this today in a very similar way.